Blessings to your family. This is your brother Zion. Listen, I just want to take a few moments of your time this afternoon to talk to you all about the rise of the conscious movement. The rise of the conscious movement. You know, just the other day I was watching the Avengers. I love the Avengers and anything that's remotely close to it. Avengers, X-Men, back in the day as a youth watching the Justice League. And I do believe that Hollywood has a plan to bring the Justice League to the silver screen. Batman, Superman, Green Lantern, Shazam, Iron Man, Wolverine. All of these individuals that are from different planets. They're from different solar systems and galaxies, different dimensions. They have a difference of ethnicity, but they also have a different skill set and power that is great on its own, no matter if it's Thor, if it's Iron Man, etc., that they have a great power that can be catastrophic to the evil forces that they encounter. Now, just think if you pull all of those powers together in one room, in one city, in one state, in one country, in one continent, it would overthrow evil. So what am I saying? That it's amazing to me that even the Avengers and the X-Men and the Justice League and the directors and producers and writers of it got the idea, except you and I as people. Black people, white people, Latino, Native Americans, Asians, etc. That we will allow the propaganda and the matrix machinery to keep us on a lower level of thinking, to combat one another because of our differences, because of our socioeconomics, because of our color, because of whatever the case may be, because of our gender. And so we stay at odds at one another, while the evil forces continue to wreak havoc in our churches, in our communities, and in our countries. But what if we pull our resources together, pull our powers and our giftings together, and form a conscious movement? You see, there's a rise of a conscious movement that's taking place, and it may not take place in your local church. Now, I know that disrupts a lot of you all's theology. But it may not take place in the institution of church. It may take place in a drug rehab center. It may take place in a homeless shelter. It may take place in a runaway shelter. It may take place in a prison. But all the while, the conscious movement are banding together to make a difference regardless of their color, their background, their socioeconomics, or their educational attainments. Now, I've met a whole lot of low-down and dirty white folk, but I've met a whole lot of low-down and dirty black folk. I've met some good white people, and I've met some good black people. You see, this is not about color, as CNN and MSNBC would have us to believe. It is, but it isn't. The bigger picture is consciousness. And when we begin to band together, pulling one another's resources together and gifts, and understand, if it's black on black crime, I have a problem with that. If it's white on white crime, I have a problem with that. If it's mass incarceration, I have a problem with that. If it's communities that are being redlined because of their color, I have a problem with that. Why? Because it's my duty as a servant of Christ to come against wickedness, no matter if it affects my zip code or not. Injustice anywhere is injustice everywhere. So therefore, in these last days, where there's a lot of fear, there's a lot of propaganda, there's a lot of hatred and rage, we can no longer allow ourselves to be pimped on the corner of color, because it's all about the consciousness. It's the rise of the conscious movement. Peace and blessings. Love you to life.